Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope everybody's well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there. So guys, just really take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? All right, Taurus, your energy came out rather quickly. All right, so you're starting out with the moon. You have the Empress. I like that. And coming out together, you have the Nine of Swords along with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So I do feel like you are you're creating something. This is like a gestational energy. I also feel like though there's some fears here. Nine of Swords, there's a energy of you worrying and having anxiety about something ending. There's a fear. This is a fear of there being, you know, some sort of an ending that's going to create great harm to you or great pain. And unfortunately, you're thinking about this a lot. I feel like mostly at night or maybe when you're very tired, but there's definitely this energy of nighttime anxiety here. Worrying about something that either has ended or is ending. Now, during the daylight hours, you're out here creating. You're out here manifesting, you know. So I do feel like you do know your value. You know your self-worth here. But it's this day and night type of energy. So let me see who is in your energy. Show me who is in Taurus energy. I do feel like you're being, you know, moving silently, there's something you're growing or generating or producing, and you're keeping quiet about it. You're keeping very quiet about it. There's almost a secretive energy, but that's not a bad thing, because a lot of times when you share your plans too early, people have a way of coming in and messing them up. All right, so the person that's in your energy, we have the Hermit in the reverse, Virgo energy. We have the Magician, Gemini, and we have the Ten of Cups. All right, so I like this energy. This is somebody who's been doing a lot of soul searching. You may have had a gap in the communication with this person, and you may have felt like, well, I don't understand why. There could have been like this energy of feeling very down, or you know, maybe even a little depressed about it. But there seems to have been some recent communication. The reason this person may have pulled back is because they were soul searching. They were looking for answers, and they feel like they have found those answers. With the Magician here, this is somebody who is manifesting this connection, and they see you as being the happiness in their life. They feel that the two of you could be very happy together, that you could grow things, that you could just have the happiest life, you know? And this is the answers that they've come up with. So let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. Yeah, the Emperor in the reverse. A situation that may have spiraled out of control. And you may be even like, I don't even know why it got to this point. I don't know how that happened. But the problem is that neither of you are really taking action. Neither of you are stepping in and taking control of the situation. You're kind of moving quietly, secretly, maybe even keeping your thoughts and feelings to yourself. They've been doing a lot of soul searching, so they kind of have this similar energy, but neither of you are actually taking control of this situation. So let me see what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection, please. Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, so that's clearing up any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's clearing up confusion, any kind of confusion. Let me see Show me the outcome. There was a lot of confusion surrounding this because, like I said, this situation spun out of control. Somehow the confusion is cleared, but neither party's taking control of it. So your outcome, we have justice. Yeah, we have justice. Balance is going to be brought into this situation. There's going to be karmic justice as well brought into this situation. For some of you, there could be something to do with legalities that's keeping you awake, keeping you in a state of anxiety. But I don't think it's with this person. So bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy. There's a new beginning that's trying to come in here. I definitely see where there's been an end. And I feel like it was very draining. This ending was extremely draining, likely for both of you. I see where there was a gap in the communication. And there's definitely a need for, on both sides, to like pour that love into self. So let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the moon here? You could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, a Virgo, possibly an Aries. Why is the moon here for Taurus? All right, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So you may not know if you want to approach this person and discuss the situation that occurred. There's an energy of keeping silent, almost feeling like maybe this person hasn't been truthful with you. I do feel like you're open to talking at this point, but it's taken a while for you to get there. I can see, again, neither of you were talking, and it really is centered around whatever happened that spun this out of control. You're now open to talking with this person, but I also feel like, Taurus, you have very strong boundaries here. You're like, okay, we can talk about this, but I'm only willing to listen to what's truthful, what's honest. Let me see the Empress. Show me the Empress. Queen of Wands reversed and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you're moving from not taking any action to like opening up the channels. I see that in a couple of places. You might feel like this person is your twin flame or your soulmate, but you also may feel that you're not on the same page with them. So I do feel like in the past there's been a little bit of like feeling a sense of bitterness, not really taking action. This is why you're not taking control of the situation. You weren't even talking with this person. But now I see you've developed boundaries. You've kind of realized your value, your self-worth. Now, you're not going to chase this person, but at the same time, I feel like you're opening up these channels. Yeah, I definitely do. I see communication going back and forth, and that communication is actually what's going to provide the clarity here. It's going to clear up any kind of confusion. I also see, Taurus, that you're being very nurturing in this situation as well. So let me see this bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for Taurus. All right, so here we have the Justice in the reverse. We have the Fool in reverse, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, there was an injustice that was done, and it had to do with an ending, possibly with infidelity, sexual impropriety, but you felt wronged by this person. And I feel like you don't want to jump back into this, take that risk, and then find out that this person is still juggling or you know, that they're still doing anything. So this opportunity to work things out is kind of activating and triggering your fears here. So, and I get it. I understand why. It's triggering anxiety for you. So you're kind of weighing up the pros and cons about whether or not you should, you know, take a risk with this person. And it's really looks like it's going to ultimately be about, has karma, happened here? Are things being balanced out? Are they going to treat me properly? So it looks like you're feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear regarding a new beginning here, but with good reason because of the way things ended. Yeah, so let's look at their energy and see what they're doing. Why is the Hermit in reverse? You may have been married to this person or in a long-term connection. Four of Wands reversed and the Moon. Yeah, this person kept secrets, and they realized that the reason this connection ended was because of the secrets that they were keeping. It was causing things to be unstable between the two of you. The thing is they still have secrets, and they're aware of it. They're aware that why this ended. They're aware that it was due to secrets, and they're still keeping them. So let me see the Magician. Show me the Magician. You might be dealing with a Cancer sign. Why is the Magician here for the person in Taurus energy? The Hangman reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so they've been waiting for clarity. They've been waiting a long time for clarity, or to give you clarity, possibly. This person's been feeling stuck. They felt like they couldn't move forward. So there was a wait, and now I feel like that wait is over. They're moving towards you. They're going to move towards you to provide the clarity, but it took them a very, very long time. And a lot of the reason is that they're now viewing things differently. There's a sense here of them, looking at this connection very differently. I almost feel like, Taurus, that this person deliberately may have thrown in confusion, and now they realize they have to clear that up. Let me see this Ten of Cups. Show me the Ten of Cups. All right, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Star card. Yeah, they want to heal this. They're hopeful. They're hoping that if they reach out to you, that they can set things right, that they can provide the clarity, that they can, clear up the confusion. The only problem I see, Taurus, is that they are still keeping secrets. So let's see the energy between you and them. Show me the energy between Taurus and this person. Show me the energy between Taurus and this person. All right, Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords. So you're making the decision to talk to them, to bring clarity to the situation. Yeah, because I do feel like things were very unclear for quite some time. So you're making that decision. However, that being said, they are trying to decide whether or not to approach you physically, which is interesting. So I do feel like they're going to reach out, but they're going to reach out like in a flirtatious manner. This person can be a little bit controlling, a little bit manipulative. So be careful about that, Taurus. Yeah, be very careful, because I do still see them holding secrets. They're going to talk to you. They're going to reveal some things. They want a new beginning, but there's still this secretive energy. Let me see why the Seven of Cups is in reverse. You're going to decide to talk to them, to hear them out. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords and we have the Queen of Cups. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Pisces energy is actually really strong. Possibly an Aquarius energy. So what's affecting the connection? I do feel like you love this person still. You definitely have. You don't like what they've done. You're not chasing after them, and you know that you know that you were not treated right, but you have a very loving, nurturing type of energy here. And I do feel that you do still love this person. Now, you're not going to wear your heart on your sleeve. You're going to be very discerning about where you give your love. But you've already decided you're going to open up and talk to this person. You're going to hear them out. And I feel like you know that you do have feelings for them. Now, there's some energy here of them not telling you some things. I do see them coming towards you, but they're still keeping these secrets. Yeah, there's something, it's an energy of trying to conceal something, not moving forward. Yeah, something they've been waiting for. There's a manipulation that is here, so just be aware of that. It's not really totally clear what that is, what that manipulation is, but there is this energy of them not telling you something, not providing a clarity that you need in order to fully open up to this connection. It may have to do with options, so just be careful. I also see this person, you know, they're doing some healing here. And that has caused them to look at things from a different perspective. They're manifesting the connection, or at least they're manifesting clarity in the connection. Let's see justice. Show me the outcome for Taurus. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Coins. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Oof. So what they're hiding, what they might be hiding here, not telling you, concealing, may have to do with money. This person could have had a deep financial loss and they don't want to tell you. It could literally be leading them into some sort of legal situation. They're hoping to get good news that would resolve the problem, that would balance it out. But ultimately, they're going to lose a lot of money. They might be holding on to something that they should have released and let go in order to bring balance in their life. But see, they're not telling you something that has to do with either money or an ending. It could also do with an ending. So there is going to be this communication. However, you're both going to be guarded. And at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to lead to conflict and a decision for you. And this, whatever this decision is going to cause a lot of anxiety for you. Because you want things to be just. You want things to balance out. But it looks like, you know, instead of it balancing out, Taurus, it's kind of putting you on edge. And it's making you very defensive. You're going to be weighing up the pros and cons. It's going to cause a lot of anxiety. And weighing up the pros and cons of a new beginning. It's triggering fear. I feel like it's making you feel very anxious. And I can't help but think, Taurus, that this person is deliberately doing that because there's this manipulative energy that's here. For some of you, what this person has been concealing has to do with someone new in their energy. And they're going to end this connection. And this is legal filings. So there is some sort of balance that will come out of that. But if it's a legal filing of some sort, both parties are going to be very much fighting for finances and money. In that case, and I'm not an attorney, but what the cards are telling me is it's going to be a little bit of a rough go, but and you're going to have to fight for it. But it looks like you will get justice in the end, and they will lose a lot of money. But they'll heal from that. They'll heal from it. They'll become happy again. I just think that whoever you're dealing with here, Taurus, they're a slippery kind of character, you know? And I feel like they manipulate a lot. So just be very careful with this energy, because I feel like, you know, you do have feelings for them, and I feel like they manipulate that. So bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and this indicates that, you know, the love has been drained out of this connection. It's been very draining, and somebody is approaching you, Taurus, but without the love that they should be. There's just definitely this energy of manipulation that's here. So be careful. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle, pulling for Taurus. All right, Taurus, you have number 23. So that does indicate there's changes that are coming up for you. It's called the mind. It's about inspiration, moon, and cycles. It says, give to the mind, and it gives back. So let me read that for you. Give me a second. All right, so your affirmation says, I take care of my mind, and it takes care of me. The scientist, mental clarity, brain power, and peace. If we want to brighten the mind, then we must feed it light. The mind is a delicate and ironically powerful center. It is fragile in the sense that it wants its owner to be gentle and kind to its needs. Only then can it be an awakened and healthy force. To be strong, the mind must be nourished in ways that best suit it. Not every mind has the same mental appetite. It must be treated with reciprocity and respect. We cannot expect so much from it when we are not giving it something of equal value in return. The mind card is about mental health, creative stimulation, inspiration, and thoughtfulness. The artist must create, the scientist must experiment, the monk must meditate, the shaman must chant. We all have pieces of these archetypes within us. There is a cycle of inspiration. We must nurture them, or the artist will get depressed, the scientist will go stark raving mad, the monk will lose their peace, the shaman's connection with spirit weakened, and so on. Without the proper nutrients, they cannot flow or grow. Pulling the mind card can also be a positive omen that a bright, creative, and intelligent time is coming, that you have been putting all of this into practice, and your mind is sparkling and brimming with mental growth, new ideas, and clarity. This can be a time of stimulating momentum and strokes of brilliance in your life. Take advantage of it and continue to treat your mind with the utmost respect and love. All right. I hope that this has been helpful for you, Taurus. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.